Are you being kind to the point of destroying yourself? Some people say yes to everything. They help, they give, they sacrifice until they're emotionally drained, starved, and silently resentful. We're taught to be kind, but no one teaches us how to be kind without becoming a victim of our own kindness. Stoicism, the philosophy of inner warriors, doesn't reject kindness, but it warns us. Kindness without discipline is the fastest road to self-destruction. Today, you'll discover 8 hidden ways kindness might be ruining your life and 4 Stoic principles that will help you take back control. Let's dive in. 8 hidden ways kindness might be ruining your life. 1. You expect too much from others. You give without asking. You're always the first to show up, to offer help, to sacrifice your time. And yet, deep down, you hope someone will return that same energy. That someone will see your efforts and say, "Thank you, I've got you too." But often, that moment never comes. Instead, what comes is disappointment, that aching silence, the sting of being overlooked, forgotten, or worse, taken for granted. And here's where the Stoics draw the line. Epictetus said it best. Happiness does not depend on what others do for us, but on how we choose to respond. Let that sink in. The moment you give with the expectation of love, attention, or recognition in return, you've handed over your emotional power to someone else. And that's the fastest way to misery, because people are unpredictable, even the kindest ones. Stoicism teaches us not to shut down our kindness, but to liberate it. To give, not because we need something back, but because giving is part of who we are. To love, not for validation, but because love is strong enough to stand on its own. When your kindness is rooted in freedom, not attachment, you stop being a hostage to how others respond. You reclaim your emotional sovereignty. So ask yourself this: do I give from abundance or from a hidden hunger? Because one leads to joy. The other leads to quiet, slow heartbreak. Stoic wisdom: give freely, but give with clarity, give with boundaries, and above all, give with a heart that doesn't need anything in return to feel whole. That's how you stay kind without losing yourself. 2. You teach people to depend on you. You help someone once they're grateful. You help them a second time, they genuinely appreciate it. But by the 10th time, they start expecting it. Suddenly, your kindness is no longer seen as generosity, it's seen as a duty. Why? Because humans are creatures of habit. We adapt quickly to comfort, to convenience, to someone always being there to clean up the mess. When you constantly show up, no matter what, without boundaries, without pause, you're not just helping, you're training people, teaching them that you are their safety net, and that they don't really have to stand on their own because you always will. Stoicism reminds us: help, but don't enable. Give, but don't erase someone's opportunity to grow. There's a difference between support and sacrifice, between helping someone rise and carrying them so long they forget how to walk. The problem isn't your kindness. It's that without limits, kindness becomes invisible. The more you give, the more people assume you'll always give, until they stop seeing the weight you're carrying. And one day, you wake up exhausted, burnt out, resentful. Not because you gave too much, but because you never stopped to ask whether they were learning or just leaning. Stoic wisdom: step in when needed, but step back when it's time. Let people wrestle with their own challenges. Let them fail. Let them rise. Let them build the strength that only comes from struggle. Because true kindness doesn't keep people dependent. It teaches them how to stand tall without you holding them up. 3. You sacrifice your own goals. You keep saying yes to everything. Yes to helping a friend move. Yes to covering someone's shift. Yes to listening to other people's problems again. And little by little, your own dreams fade into the background. You once had goals, remember? You wanted to write a book, start a business, learn a language. Now, all you've got is a to-do list filled with tasks that belong to everyone but you. Here's the hard truth. When you put everyone else's needs above your own, you're not being noble. You're escaping. Escaping the discipline it takes to chase what matters. Escaping the discomfort of working on yourself. Escaping the silence that forces you to face your doubts, your fears, your potential. Stoicism doesn't glorify selfishness, but it also doesn't celebrate self-neglect. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not waste what remains of your life on others' imaginations. Be your own master." Helping others is honorable. But if you consistently abandon your path, you're not helping, they are just distracting you from your own purpose. Your time is limited, your energy is sacred. Your dreams deserve a place on your calendar, not just your imagination. Ask yourself honestly, are you busy or are you avoiding something? Stoic wisdom, you are responsible for your soul's progress. You are here to fulfill your potential, not everyone else's expectations. Serve others when it's aligned, but never at the cost of abandoning your own growth. The world doesn't need another burned-out people-pleaser. It needs one more person who has the courage to live their truth. That person is you. 4. You're seen as weak. Let's be honest, people don't always respect kindness. Sometimes they mistake it for weakness. When you never say no, when you always agree, when you let others cross your boundaries without pushback, you send a silent message. My needs don't matter. And guess what? People start believing it. They stop asking, they start assuming. They stop appreciating, they start expecting. You go from being the kind one to the one they can dump their problems on, guilt-free. Here's what Stoicism teaches. Self-respect is earned when you live in accordance with your values, not when you please everyone else. Kindness should never come at the cost of your self-worth. Because if you don't stand up for yourself, you train the world to ignore your voice. But something powerful happens the first time you say no with confidence. People pause. They blink. They realize you have a spine and, suddenly, respect enters the room. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to raise your voice. You just have to raise your standards. Kindness without boundaries breeds resentment. But kindness with clarity, that's strength. Stoic wisdom. True inner power comes from self-mastery, not from being liked. Set limits not out of pride, but out of principle. Speak your truth not to dominate, but to protect your peace. Because the moment you stop tolerating disrespect is the moment others start treating you with the dignity you always deserved. Never confuse being kind with being passive. The Stoic is kind, but never at the expense of their soul. 5. You attract one-sided relationships. You're always there when people need something: advice, help, time, energy. But when you need a shoulder, the room gets quiet. Suddenly, everyone's too busy. Suddenly, the people you supported are nowhere to be found. Sound familiar? This is the danger of unfiltered kindness. You become a magnet not for connection, but for convenience. People who never ask how you're doing, only what you can do for them. People who call you a friend, but only when they're in trouble. It's not friendship. It's a transaction on where you always pay. But here's the truth Stoicism reminds us of. Do not waste your time arguing what a good person should be. Just be one. Marcus Aurelius. That means being good with discernment. Being kind but not blind. Being helpful but not replaceable. Because when you don't set boundaries, you teach people that your time and energy are always available. And eventually, they stop appreciating the gift because they assume it comes with no cost. But your kindness does cost something. It costs your peace, your focus, your emotional clarity. So ask yourself, would they still call you if you stopped saying yes? Stoic wisdom, choose your circle wisely. Give where there's reciprocity. Water relationships that also water you. And never fear walking away from people who only take. You don't need 100 acquaintances who drain you. You need 2-3 solid souls who show up when it matters. That's not selfish. That's Stoic self-respect. 6. You drain your energy and lower your vibe. Have you ever felt completely exhausted, but couldn't quite explain why? You weren't working overtime. You weren't running a marathon. You were just constantly giving your time, your energy, your attention. And slowly, without realizing it, your inner spark begins to dim. That's because kindness without limits depletes your life force. And when you're drained, you're not just tired, you start vibrating at a lower frequency. Stoicism may not talk about energy in a modern spiritual sense, but it absolutely speaks to the power of your internal state. When you constantly pour into others without refilling your own cup, you don't just attract fatigue, you attract the wrong kind of people. Low energy attracts low character complainers, victims, manipulators. People who don't want to grow, just someone to dump their problems on. People who aren't interested in your well-being, only your availability. And you become the emotional trash can. Always receiving, never replenished. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, the tranquility that comes when you stop caring what others say or do this is strength. And I'll add, the peace that comes when you start protecting your energy, that's freedom. Stoic wisdom, you are not a bottomless well. Protect your energy like it's gold, because it is. Say no to chaos, say yes to solitude. Create space for stillness, for clarity, for your own evolution. Because the truth is, you can't lift others if you're running on empty. You don't serve the world by burning out, you serve it best by staying lit. 7. You develop unhealthy coping mechanisms. When you give and get nothing in return, when your kindness goes unappreciated, when you feel invisible, unheard, and used, you start searching for something, anything, to fill the void. And often, that something isn't good for you. Maybe it's food. Maybe it's binge-watching, endless scrolling, late-night drinking, casual relationships. Or just constantly saying yes, so you don't have to sit alone with your thoughts. That, my friend, is how overgiving turns into overcompensating. Because you've been running on empty for so long, you reach for quick fixes to feel something again. And slowly, the habits meant to comfort you start to consume you. Here's the Stoic truth. No man is free who is not master of himself. Epictetus. You can't master yourself while being enslaved by unhealthy patterns. You can't grow if your life is built on escape. And here's the painful irony. You thought kindness made you a better person, but in the shadows, it became your excuse to ignore your own needs. Stoic wisdom, step back. Pay attention to how you soothe yourself when the world feels heavy. Are you healing or just hiding? Don't wait for rock bottom to wake you up. Practice self-awareness today. Instead of numbing your pain, invest in your peace. Instead of pleasing everyone, honor your own healing. Because true strength doesn't come from sacrifice. It comes from knowing when to stop. And finally start taking care of yourself. 8. People start to question your intentions. Here's the ironic twist. When you're kind all the time, generous, selfless, always saying yes, people don't always admire you. Sometimes, they doubt you. They start asking, what's their angle? Nobody's that nice. What do they really want? And suddenly, your kindness becomes a red flag instead of a virtue. Why? Because we live in a world where most people are guarded, skeptical, and conditioned to believe that generosity always comes with strings attached. So when you give too freely, too often, without hesitation, some people won't see compassion, they'll see manipulation. They'll think, what are they trying to gain? And the worst part? They may never actually trust you, no matter how pure your heart is. But here's what the Stoics would say. If you seek praise, you're already a slave to the crowd. Your goodness shouldn't require applause. Your intentions don't need to be explained. Your character is not up for debate. Still, it stings, doesn't it? To give so much and be met with suspicion. To have your kindness questioned, not cherished. But don't let that change who you are. Just let it change how you give. Stoic wisdom, be kind, yes, but also be wise. Protect your peace. Move in silence. Don't broadcast your goodness, just be it. Because true Stoic strength is doing the right thing, even when the world misunderstands you. You don't owe anyone your motives, just your integrity. Give from the heart. Expect nothing, and let your actions speak louder than their doubts. 4 Stoic strategies to protect yourself. 1. Listen to your emotions. They're telling you something. You help someone, and afterward you feel drained, frustrated, maybe even quietly resentful. That feeling, it's not selfish, it's a signal. It's your inner compass saying, something isn't right. Too often, we silence these emotions. We tell ourselves we shouldn't feel that way. That being tired or hurt after helping someone means we're weak or ungrateful. But the Stoics taught the opposite. Understand your emotions not to drown in them, but to direct them wisely. Emotions aren't the enemy, they're messengers. They don't demand obedience, they demand awareness. If your kindness leaves you empty, your body and soul are speaking, whispering a truth we often ignore. You matter too. So don't rush to fix others while abandoning yourself. Don't dismiss the inner fatigue as a flaw in your character. It's not. It's a reminder, a Stoic checkpoint. It's time to pause, recenter, recharge. Stoic wisdom. You are not a machine. Your energy is finite, and wisdom is knowing when to serve others, and when to lovingly say, not today, I need to serve myself first. 2. Learn to say no calmly and clearly. You don't need to raise your voice. You don't need to justify or explain your entire life story. Sometimes, all it takes is one steady sentence. I'm sorry, but I can't help with that right now. That's it. The word no doesn't make you rude. It doesn't make you selfish. In fact, it makes you trustworthy because it shows others that you respect your time, your limits, and yourself. The Stoics weren't afraid to draw boundaries. They knew that inner peace comes from discipline, not overcommitment. Saying yes to everything is not kindness. It's a slow surrender of your own life. And here's the beautiful part. You can say no with grace, with calm, with kindness. Because true strength is quiet, not loud. Stoic practice. Each morning, stand in front of the mirror. Look yourself in the eyes. Say the word no out loud with a gentle tone and unwavering presence. Train your nervous system to stay centered when you protect your boundaries. Remember, every no to something that drains you is a powerful yes to something that nourishes you. 3. Make time for yourself and protect it like gold. You wouldn't cancel a meeting with your boss. You wouldn't flake on a job interview or a doctor's appointment. So why are you so quick to cancel on yourself? We schedule time for everyone else, but somehow forget that our own well-being deserves a spot on the calendar too. The Stoics believed in daily discipline, not just in work, but in rest. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you seek tranquility, do less. Do only what's essential, and do it with intention." Make time for you. For reading, for walking, for journaling, for anything that reconnects you to your center. And once it's scheduled, honor it. Don't push it aside the moment someone else needs something. Because, truthfully, if you're always available, people will assume you're never busy. Stoic wisdom. You can't give your best if you're running on empty. Create space to recharge and defend it like your life depends on it. Because in many ways, it does. Your time is not just minutes on a clock. It's a reflection of your values. And protecting it is one of the most powerful acts of self-respect. 4. Recognize energy vampires and walk away. You know who they are. The people who never ask how you are, only what you can do for them. The ones who always have a problem, but never take action. The ones who drain your spirit just by being in the room. These are energy vampires, and they don't just steal your time. They steal your clarity, your peace, and your power. Stoicism teaches us to stay calm and compassionate, but it also teaches us to be wise in our associations. Choose not to be harmed and you won't be. Epictetus. You can't fix someone who is addicted to their own misery. You can't save someone who doesn't want to climb, only cling. So let go. With kindness, yes, but with firmness too. Stoic practice. Audit your relationships. Who leaves you feeling drained after every conversation? Who only shows up when they need something? Draw the linen knot out of cruelty, but out of self-preservation. Because protecting your energy isn't selfish. It's survival. You're not here to carry people who refuse to walk. You're here to walk your own path with peace, purpose, and power. Conclusion: kindness needs wisdom. Kindness is a gift, but without wisdom and boundaries, it becomes a burden. A true Stoic doesn't reject kindness, they refine it. They know when to give and when to hold back to protect their peace. Have you ever fallen into the trap of overgiving? Drop a comment and share a moment when you said no and felt stronger for it. Like this video if it resonated with you. And if you want more Stoic tools to help you live with strength, clarity, and peace, make sure to subscribe. Your journey to inner power starts right here.